Now that's a big Twinkie. NERDSoul. Late ill kid at OneYoungsta, holding it down, bringing that street geek and nerd soul. What is up, my people, today? Oh yeah, we're giving you another wonderful episode of Talk Shop. That's right, we're continuing our wonderful read along of Ghostbusters. And today we come up on a 2-issue, I guess, storyline that's part of a crossover inside of course, IDW's Infestation. And to kind of catch you up real quick, Infestation deals with a zombie hive mind that kind of collectively takes over this vampire who is able to open up different dimensions to be able to infest them, of course, with said zombies. So where we pick up with the Ghostbusters is them dealing with how in the world to handle this new necromantic type being. And one of the quick things that I just gravitated to on this is that Eric Burnham is writing these issues. So you got the feel of the original series, or the first series that I read, where the Ghostbusters team seems like the team from the films. Like they're not really deviating. They really get a lot of just the camaraderie, the banter, Janine, and Peter, or Peter and Egon, or Ray and Egon. A lot of that is it's spot on. And the art in this, even though it's not Dan Schoening's art, it was solid. The art in here was solid, and I think it lent very well to the zombies, especially. Like, the zombies look great. There's some full panels with zombies, like, droopy skin and eyeballs and stuff, and it's really just top-notch stuff. And it's colored well, the ink is on point, so it just gives you this really kind of like creepy, just nasty, gooky feeling, and it really works. Like, it really comes together and gives you that zombie feel. And when it comes to this, the reason I enjoyed it is because we got to see Egon's mind working differently when it comes to ghosts or things that aren't particularly human. For instance, at the beginning, when you see the team encounter their first zombie, they don't really quite know what it is. Like, Peter's even like, yo, what is this dude? Like, what's wrong with this guy? Ray knows immediately. Ray is like, yo, that's a zombie. And the funny way that they are able to kind of like combat that zombie is not the best, because when they shoot the zombie with proton packs, some of that zombie essence, I guess, gets in the air and lands on a cat. And that cat turns into, of course, zombie cat. And this is a lot to deal with, especially when we open up the issue with them already having containment issues. They haven't been able to keep all the ghosts in the containment unit. It's been kind of bursting at the seams. There's ghosts getting out, and they're wondering how in the world are they going to be able to handle that situation. And now this new maybe zombie problem, well, they kind of found a way to sort of put the alcohol in the paper bag, because when a zombie attacks the station, it accidentally steps on a trap, and the ghost comes out of the trap and goes straight into the zombie and renders the zombie, I guess, inert. But before we get to like the big, super fantastic ending to this, because they always got to do callbacks, let me remind you that you can find me at Black Hollywood Live. That's right, first online network for African Americans, super dope. And you can find them at blackhollywoodlive.com, where they have celebrity interviews, after show, sports talk, geek, nerd, tech, the whole shebang-a-bang. And live streams every day at youtube.com/Black Hollywood Live. Now, remember that vampire I was talking to you about at the beginning? Well, see, she comes back. She actually appears in this issue, and Winston is not having it. You always got to trust Winston's instincts, man. If he thinks you should shoot something, you should probably shoot it. But she actually gets them to kind of calm down and fight against a larger threat, which, yeah, it's back. Gozer. You see Stay Puft Marshmallow Man just running through these streets, and she gets them to kind of focus on him instead of focusing so much on her, because she's actually working with the hive mind of the zombies, and they needed a small essence of Gozer himself. So it actually works out for her. But if they would have just listened to Winston, man, they would have shot her. She probably would have been dead. Everything would have worked out fine. But they don't listen. Now, the battle against the Ghostbusters and Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, or Gozer, is what really caps off this episode very nicely, because you see them try to do the whole ghost, into the zombie version of, Stay Puft. And it ends up separating them, and there's this crazy battle with Stay Puft versus Stay Puft, and they're kind of fusing and fighting at the same time. It's gooey and nasty and zombionic and tears up a bunch of the city. But, it works out for the Ghostbusters because they have a whole lot of ghosts that can't go in the containment unit that they're able to shoot straight into, of course, Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, the zombie version. And it works. It just works. I was wondering how zombies would work in Ghostbusters. I was like, man, this would be kind of weird. They kind of just deal with ghosts. And, even Egon goes on this diatribe about, the soul and how it's part of the soul there. And there's a piece working, but the shell is empty. And it kind of actually ends up being solid, man. The reasoning, of course, the comic book reasoning, it works. So I've got to say that this is definitely another great entry. There's been some ones that weren't so solid, but Infestation is definitely solid. Now I have to go and pick up the omnibus and read the whole thing, because the zombies infect Star Trek, Ghostbusters, G.I. Joe, and I think Transformers maybe. Yeah, I think Transformers. So anyway, guys, once I read that, I'll review it for you and we'll have a whole lot of fun. But we're gonna continue Ghostbusting, and before I bounce, I gotta tell you to holler at me down in the comments, and let's talk about Infestation. So ThatNERDSoul.com is where you can go and check me out, all my videos from the oldest, newest, latest, greatest, and all that. Then hit up shop.thatnerdsoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt, player, and don't forget to get one for them playettes. Then come back here, like, comment, subscribe, share that Nerd Soul. That's right, there's no better way that I can show people that you like what you are watching. And my shout outs go to LA what up, VA what up, RVA you got my heart, and please, man, be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. And if you see a zombie, do not approach it. You are not a professional, just run. Peace.